Identity isn't built overnight. It's shaped by moments, and you choose to show up, the stories you decide to share, and the people you inspire along the way. In today's digital age, content creation isn't just entertainment, it's expression, connection, influence, and purpose. It's how someone could take their voice, amplify it, and create real impact. Welcome to Kickin Game. I'm your host, Twoogees. Today we're finding out who David Perkins really is. Dave is a rising content creator, social media personality, best known for his work on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, posting a mix of motivational insight, lifestyle content, and real-world reflections from his journey. Hopefully, or at least the message I gained from Dave is just looking for, people to inspire along their journey with whatever industry that is. That's how me and this guy got connected. But without further ado, my boy, Dave Perkins, thank you for joining.
What's going on, bro?
Feel free to intro yourself, man, if I didn't.
You did your homework. I like that.
A little bit, just a little bit.
I'm David Perkins. I would like to say that I've spent majority of my life in California. My heart resides in Chicago, but I went to high school out here. Here's home. California's
Families
here. You know what I mean?
Families from Chi-Town though, or
my pop side is. My mom's side. My mom likes to claim she's from Texas, but my mom's side from Memphis. So California's always been home. I went to high school out in Orange County. I guess a lot of my roots come from Santa Ana, because I spent a lot of my time there, middle school, all of high school, and then whenever I would come back from college, I would be back in Santa Ana. So I guess my roots are in Santa Ana. That's where I figured out who I was.
Yeah.
And I'm 30 now, so
time flies. Likewise, bro.
Yeah, but yeah. I appreciate you having me, man.
Thank you for coming, bro. And we're gonna get into your early life. I want to kind of know, take us from as early as you can remember. Mm-hmm. Obviously, probably not content, but what are you into? What are you doing? Sports?
Basketball is my first love. Hoops was my first love. My dad always told me that I would never make it in basketball because of my height. If y'all don't know, I might look a little tall on here, but I'm 5'6" on a good day. But basketball was my first love. Sneakers was that goes hand in hand. Y'all know. I wouldn't necessarily say the creative media side was ever a love of mine. It kind of just sort of fell in my lap in a way. I like to say this, God's got a particular way of giving you something that he knows you might be passionate about without you realizing it. Mm-hmm. And that's something that when I think about my journey, I've realized that he was kind of throwing me little tidbits here and there.
They say life makes sense backwards.
Oh, bro.
Because it's that's what you're saying, yes. Where you look back 5 years it makes sense.
Yeah.
So talk to us then. What's that first moment where you think back now, okay, that makes sense?
Honestly, bro, a lot of people have that story they picked up the camera when they was a kid. Parents got
I love documenting.
Old VHS of hell, that was not me. I remember I remember my senior year of high school, being an athlete, getting ready to go to college to play ball, and everybody was a senior. I gotta fulfill credits to graduate. So I took a photography class. It's the first period of the day, me and all the homies in the class. This class should not be anything more than just show up whenever we show up and get out. But I had a teacher, I remember this guy it was yesterday, Mr. G. He was the first person to teach me how to use the camera and how to use Photoshop. And I don't know what it was, but this might be OD, but for a brief moment, I feel the moment I picked up the camera in that class, I wasn't a football player. I wasn't a student. I just was somebody who had a particular vision. And it lasted just my senior year, and then I forgot about it. I graduated high school. I'm all right, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. But then college, I went to college to play football. My college roommate, shout out Akili, he's from LA. He was at the time, or is, an aspiring film director. No idea. He sent me an email one day yo, we both from California, you want to be roommates? And I'm okay, cool. Come from the same place. It's not so far-fetched. We two California kids going to Ohio, all we really have is ourselves, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So one day he showed up to school with his camera, and I was like, you in the camera thing? Wait, hold on. Is it okay if I cuss?
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. You in the camera thing? He was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, me too. So I came back home for Thanksgiving break, brought my camera back up, and that's where it started. Mm-hmm. The first thing we started was a radio show. So imagine two kids from California having like a 45-minute slot on a radio show in Northeast Ohio, slapping Nipsey and YG and like all like, and it was cool. It was fun. You know what I mean? It was fresh. And then like that transitioned over to him kind of showing me how to shoot video content, because I was only shooting photos at the time. So like I watched him like edit some of his own like small documentaries that he worked on back home. And then I launched my first YouTube channel. It was all fitness, but like it was
What year?
2014 was like the first YouTube channel.
And that's a testimony too, because for people maybe just following you even like 4 years ago,
Right.
They
They don't know. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people now see how lucrative content is and think like, oh, I've been in the game for 2 years. Like I got it. I deserve it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was doing this before like I cared about being paid for it. I just wanted to do it because I thought it was dope. One of my favorite YouTubers at the time is a powerlifter. His name is Russ Wall. But he was just like somebody that like I could relate to. He was like he was on YouTube just to be on YouTube, just to work out, and just to kind of, he was into anime, and he used to customize Vans, and I just be like, oh, that's dope. Like that's him. My fault.
Yeah.
So like that was like where it started for me. And like in college, like we did like can I tell a story? Like a brief story?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dog, I don't want to call it like a finesse, but we ran up a bag with the content stuff in college when it came to like the school aspect of needing like more visuals, more, because Instagram was becoming more popular. We didn't have TikTok just yet, but like people were on Instagram. Like the schools were trying to develop a social platform to like market,
tell their story or whatever,
yeah, have kids
campus
come to
life.
school, yeah. So like, dog, when we like started posting like highlight tapes and like photos, like obviously we play football, so in the off season we work with basketball, baseball, softball, and like we put together highlight tapes, and they'd be like, oh, it's tough. This is super tough. Like we want y'all to like do them full time. So like we went from just doing it for fun to now the schools is giving us time cards. We traveling with the teams. I was working with the lacrosse team, and in the off season they would travel like 5 days at a time, and like they didn't know how to pay us. So I would clock in with the time card, boom. After 5 days, clock out. Like imagine that's like a 21-year-old kid. Oh yeah.
So
that's 5 days of being paid.
Because what else are you? What's the standard at that time?
Yeah, I think
because there is none, right? Like it gets like right, like
and at the time I think the pay rate was like $8.10. So like you figure $8.10 over 5 straight days. Like I'm 22 years old. Like I'll take it. Fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's where like it first like it got fun. You know what I mean? But like overall, I think like the first time I feel like this was like it, like that's my thing, was probably like college, my sophomore year of college. Like that's when I really picked up the camera. I was doing a lot of like documenting on Snapchat, where I would shoot like day in the life on my Snapchat, and the school was rocking with it. Like I'm one of like 3 kids from California, so all the people from Ohio was like following me on Snapchat. So it was popping.
I see it. Yeah.
So like I kind of learned like the documenting style off the phone, and then transitioned to like the YouTube stuff, and then that was 2014. Graduated college 2017, and I sold my camera for Father's Day. Yeah, my dad. Right before I graduated, my dad ended up having his first bypass surgery. My dad had heart disease. I came home with no bread. I'm like, fuck. It's my dad. He forced me to stay in school and graduate. I was ready to leave, and he was like, you gotta finish. Like you right at the finish line, finish. So, came home, graduated in May, Father's Day in June. Sold my camera, got him a gift, and then that was it. I was just like, well, I just gotta move on.
That have you seen the meme of Mickey Mouse, and it's like Minnie Mouse, and like I sold my harmonica to get him like the, but like, so let's talk about that moment, bro, because like you basically shared like for 10 minutes you're kind of exploring camera, you sell it in a moment of your life. How do you feel in that moment? But then talk to us like how does it come back into your life? After you sell that camera.
Well, I'll say this right now. This is a repeat thing. It happened to me 3 times. That moment happened to me three different times in 3 different like variants.
With your father?
Just instances in general.
In general.
Yeah. After I sold it. I knew I wanted to get him a gift. I knew that was like my top priority, so I didn't care. I got rid of sneakers. In the moment, I got rid of snacks. I remember I sold my Gamma 11s. I sold my camera. I sold a bunch of stuff. I sold my military blue 4s, a bunch of stuff just to get him a gift because I felt like that's what he wanted. So like after the camera is out of my possession. I no longer have it. That means I no longer have YouTube. Instagram is kind of still there to where like you could post on Instagram, but like I was just like, fuck it, I gotta get back to like, I guess in my version of it, like real life. Like I'm not a college student anymore. I'm like, I gotta be a real sort of like adult. And that came with its own troubles, because like I graduated with the mindset of like, I'm not working in 9 to 5. You're not gonna see me in a cubicle. Like I'm not doing that. So when I had to resort to it and it didn't work, I was like, oh shit. Like I couldn't find a job after like post-grad, couldn't settle for little minor jobs here and there, like did like some internships. I was the only college graduate doing internships with freshmen in college. I'm like, hey, like what am I doing? You know what I mean? So like,
wow, yeah.
The camera didn't get back into my hand until at the end of the year where I graduated. I packed my shit up and I moved. I ended up getting a job, a well-paying job, out in Aliso Niguel. I had a brand new car. I had a BMW. Was chilling, and I ended up leaving it all here, and I left. I can make personal. I went to go chase a girl. I left.
Okay.
I moved to Florida. Was working at Chick-fil-A, and the girl I was chasing, her mom was into photography, and I was taking. She was going to like the same college I went to. I would take sports photos of her. She played lacrosse. Her mom ended up giving me one of her cameras, just out of the blue. She was like, "What happened to your camera?" She remembered. She was like, "What happened to your camera?" I was like, "Oh, I sold it for my pops." She was like, "Oh, I have an extra one here." I was like, "Bet." Canon 40D. Simple little prime lens.
Yeah, whatever the specs were.
But prime lens, but like she gave me a camera, and I was like, "Damn, but I'm up now. It's up now. Like I gotta, So, I'll say all of 2017 to 2018, 2019, struggling to get by. Like I was working at Chick-fil-A, delivering pizzas, doing other things that I'm not gonna say on camera to make ends meet. Wasn't cutting it. So then had to sell the camera again. Needed the bread for it.
Yeah.
So got rid of the camera. But like, to answer your question, I know I kind of derailed a little bit.
No, you're good, bro.
Like when I always felt like I got rid of it for a good cause. So I never really thought about how important it was to me until like the last camera I got. But like every time I got rid of it, it was like I need bread, or I need to do something with it. So like, this got to go. I know this can make me I can get a couple $100s for it. So fuck it, whatever. I'll be all right. Like I'll find a way to figure it out. Because again, I never realized that it was a passion of mine. It was always like something that allowed me to document what I thought were my passions were. So like at the time it was fitness. At the time it was like, my lifestyle.
You're coming off playing sports.
I'm an athlete. Like I was doing the powerlifting stuff at the time. Which correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the brother that was powerlifting?
Hi.
The younger one.
The younger brother?
Man, bro.
Yeah.
You're a real homie.
You're with that.
Yeah,
You're with that. I'm the middle child.
Okay.
I'm the middle child.
So yeah, like I was like that was my thing. That's what I thought my thing was. Not knowing 5 years later the guy was gonna really show me what my thing was, But yeah, that was like I got rid of it just effortlessly because I knew something greater. It was for a greater cause in my perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That story hits because like well shit, let me pause, bro.
No, go ahead.
That's all the time, like, because you just mentioned 2015, 16, 17, 18. I'm only following you 2022, 2021. I'm not knowing any of this, but also like it goes to that same story of like even myself, bro, or other people getting into like a certain industry in a few years, and it's natural to feel entitled, I think, of like, man, I'm working hard. How come I'm not being seen? But man, every guest I've talked to or everyone kicking game, it's like, nah, bro, this work starts years before.
Way back.
And then the other thing, like again, bro, like I'm a big proponent of like how life makes sense backwards. And it's almost kind of like, yo, Dave, let me get this camera back in your face. You never know what's going to pan out. Boom, boom, boom. So you walked us through like the broke stages. And in regards to the camera, what moment is it like, not that money comes in play, but it's like, it's more than just you capturing your hobbies. Because right now, you're just picking it up, like you're saying, you're just going through life, kind of
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you're rolling through life. What moment does it feel like, okay, this could kind of like, man, this has been in front of me the whole time?
Shit, maybe COVID 2020 is when it clicked, but this was the moment before the moment. Donnie T. Trump gave us a little stimulus check. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get a Sony camera. And I told myself, this is the camera that I'm gonna keep. This is the camera that I'm gonna keep, because like I've kept getting rid of cameras for reasons now. My pops is cool. I got a little job, remote job, so like I don't necessarily need the bread to get rid of it enough. So like I'm gonna keep this camera. And like that's where I really started to document like myself. I was doing back into like the fashion scene a little bit, so I was doing more of like the calm, casual, like sweat, sneaker type fashion stuff. Working with a lot of, that's when I started doing like a little bit of like social media modeling for like, to a degree. Like brands would send me stuff, I just take pictures in it. So I guess I call it modeling. That's what y'all kids call modeling these days.
Yeah. We'll take it.
So 2021 actually, I did that all through COVID. So when COVID broke and like we could finally start to get back outside again, I started a clothing brand. And I started a business that I had to start a clothing brand for because I needed to make bread for the business.
Yeah.
But initially it was the business name was Choose Wisely. It was Choose Wisely Entertainment. What I wanted to do, what I plan on doing with that still, is I want it to be the source of entertainment for the youth to come to learn from different entities of people who are interested in the creative space. So we're talking like artists, your musicians, your A&Rs, your producers, your video, everything. I wanted to give kids an opportunity to do something that wasn't sports, because like I was forced to play sports in school. Y'all could probably like y'all was like, it was either y'all do something or y'all got like, ain't nobody going to PE first. Who's going to, like, you know what I mean?
Like, PE in high school, come on now.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So like I just like, I thought bigger than that, but like I knew to do that I needed bread, so we started the clothing brand. And I'm like, I already know how to use the camera. So like I could just do it all myself. Like I could create the stuff, the clothes myself, the apparel. I could market it myself, because that's like what I know how to do, and like just make it make sense. And I did it. I was doing it for a whole year. But within the process of doing that, I also started to get client work behind the camera. So now at the early stages of what influencing was, like your fitness influencers, your barbers, your lash techs, like people who did like the car detailing, they hit me for social media videos. So now I'm like, not only do I have the clothing brand stuff, but now I'm like, I'm working behind the camera and I have clients. So I'm like, this is the moment. It makes sense now. The camera's probably finally making me bread. I got a business. Like it's up. And
you didn't study creative. You did photo at college.
No. I took, so in my entire, I accidentally got my minor in photography in college because I needed credits to graduate.
Messing around with other classes.
Yeah, I took 2 classes for photography because I needed 2 classes my senior year. And when I graduated, my little degree said, I said photography. I'm like, when did I do this? Then I remember I took the classes, I passed the requirements for it. But like, I've only ever taken photography classes. I've only taken 3 of them, and they were all centered around using Photoshop, which I don't even use today. Like, I don't even take pictures today. I mean, I do, but like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I learned everything off YouTube. I learned everything I know about anything off YouTube. How to use my camera. I switched through 3 different like brands of cameras. I learned platforms that used to work for phones to iPads to now computers. I learned it all on YouTube. So anybody watching that, it's free information out there.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro.
It's like it's there, like literally there for us.
I joke, or I guess you're part of our my youngest one's a little different, right? Because he's in college and he's coming up on like ChatGPT era. I'm like, bro, I see the meme of like writing an essay at 11:50 when it's due at midnight. But like, you know, kids don't know about that.
They don't.
Where was I going with that? What did you say before that?
What? The YouTube, using YouTube?
Oh, yeah. YouTube. Like, nowadays, it's just, you know, like, honestly, like, you could Google whatever you want to learn, and you could learn. One thing I wanted to ask you, like, you said you had to, like, find what, like, the camera was the first thing that allowed you to explore, like, this bigger world. And I feel like a lot of kids, or even people in general, like, if you don't take that first step, you'll never know. And it's like, that first step doesn't mean you're a photographer. It just means you could be something like not even in the same lane of creative industry, you know, but it's just going to open a door somewhere else. Like, is there any, like, in your own case, has you struggled with that, or like,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Is there any tips you could give people of like taking the first step or just trying it and having like confidence, knowing that's like scary or in the unknown, you know? Like,
I just seen Gary Vee post this like 2 days ago. He was like, if you want to be a cook, you're not going to learn how to be a cook by watching 150 videos on TikTok of people cooking. At some point in time, you have to get in the kitchen. You have to cook. And like for me, that's kind of what it was for content. Like I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do, but I knew I was willing to try it out. Like I did all the commercial content you could think of. I've shot for real estate. I've done the influencing stuff. I did everything behind the camera. I did the product photography stuff. I worked with clothing brands to do their in-house photography and videography. Like I've done everything, only to figure out that none of it was fulfilling, and I wanted to be in front of the camera the whole time. So like for anybody out there, like I the idea is, and I try to say this as like graceful as I can, like if you haven't really tried everything, like don't just come into this thinking like, oh, I'm trying to be a lifestyle creator, or like I want to be a fitness creator. Like there's so many avenues that are way more fulfilling, because you're not just what you put on. You're not just what you spend your time doing. Like I thought I was into fitness. I thought the fitness content was it, and it's not. Like, I find it very monotonous, very boring. Like I thought the fashion stuff was it. I truly thought like the sneaker, the fashion, but I don't even like that like that. I just like, I know I gotta
fly.
Yeah, I just know I gotta put clothes on to be outside. Like I'd be outside, and like I don't want to look bummy. Like so like fashion is just something that is a part of me. It's not me. Like I mean this is like just at the very end of the spiel, but like I feel like what I learned about myself when it came to content is like I love the process of taking something that I want and putting it together. Because I think you can relate to this when it comes to the business, the clothing brand side of things. Like when you have creative concepts and ideas and you can't execute them, it's almost like it's frustrating. But when you just have the ability to do it, it's like there's just like this satisfaction that I just can't even explain. It's like a sensation that I have that like I get every time I create a video, and I've had it for years now.
Yeah. Now we'll spice it up a little bit.
Let's go.
What makes David Perkins different? Let's say you're pitching, not pitching yourself, but like what's your story? Like what do you have to tell, or what do you feel like your angle is, you know, when it comes to social media and like the content you bring to the space?
What makes me me? I think, you know what? I get this a lot, and I had somebody tell me this in depth, but I feel like what makes me me, I live life with the youthful version of myself on my shoulder. That's my chip, is my youthful version of who I am. I display that almost effortlessly. Like people confuse the fact that I'm 30. Like, you 30? Yeah, very much so. Like, and it's like I think that's what separates me from almost everyone on the internet, because I'm like this all the time. I'm very playful. I'm very energetic. I'm very comfortable with who I am. And I think the difference maker between a lot of people I see on the internet and a lot of people in general is just like there's a certain sense of comfort that people lack, because they may not have what they want. They may not be in a position they want. They may not have everything. And like I've been this way when I was my brokest, when I had no bread, when I had the same sweatsuits and sandals that I had when I left my crib 2017 and came back to LA 2020. Like I was just as comfortable with who I am. And like it was never about stuff. It was more just like my dad taught me a lot about integrity, having integrity. Like your name should stand alone, you know? And like that's what I feel like, as crazy as that man is, like it's stuck with me forever. And like I feel like over the time, I've never really tried to change who I was. I just tried to like sharpen the edges a little bit more, where like a lot of people go through life and have identity shifts, and they allow their experiences to change the version of who they once were. Like they are, like I'm still the same me I've been since I was in high school. I see the niggas I went to high school with, they're like, "Hey, what's good?" I'm like, "Hey, what's poppin'?" Like it's just me. I've always been this way.
It's cool.
But like the edge, I just think there's something about like, and I think you can relate to this. I think you guys both can relate to this. You can tell who's not real
100%.
by like, you know, verbiage, dialect, and like the way people dress, and some it might be
in
like
whatever the way it is.
Yeah, you know,
like
like,
yeah.
it's very like, you know, to my favorite word right now is performative. Like a lot of what people do in this generation is very performative, and I understand. Like I completely get it. But like I've always been like this very joyful, like overly emotional, emphatic individual, and even when it like didn't work out in my favor, I didn't know how to change it. So I think that's like my edge. It's like I don't know how to be anything else. I don't know how to be anyone else. As much as I would love to like be smooth like a Michael B. Jordan or some shit, or like, you know, be super clever like Drake. It's like, I don't know, that's not me, bro. Like, so like I feel like I don't.
Is that where the name comes from? Because you're like you like the name's all I got, and this is who I am.
Can I tell that story actually? So before our lives intertwine, right? My life behind the camera was like my prominent space. That Instagram was I am Dave Perkins. It wasn't even me. It was just like I am Dave Perkins because everybody called me Dave. I introduced myself as Dave just because it sounds easier to say than David. I don't know. But that Instagram got hacked, and I grew that account to like, I don't know, like 30K followers, and it was all client work. It was all client work, and it was like I was viewed as somebody who was like a staple for better or worse words. And when I lost that account, and like I remember sitting in the car with the homie, and I was just like, I gotta make a new one. And this is when I pretty much threw all my clientele away. I threw the clothing brand away, and I made myself the focal point. So instead of the I am Dave Perkins, I'm like, fuck it, I have to embody this in some way. So like, I'm gonna use my government name, I am David Perkins. That's how it came about. If I never would have got hacked, this account never would have happened. Actually, I never would have like done the lifestyle stuff. I never would have been in front of the camera. I would have existed behind the camera the entire time.
On some hit me up to do your videos,
like the homie. I tell the homie Ron, shout out Ron. Like I always tell him, like, bro, when I get to a space where I'm over this shit, I want to work for you. And he was like, why? I was like, there's just a certain joy I get working with somebody who's already creative, because like two creative minds together, it's just different. And like, I first started behind the camera. I know how to work with you without us having to have like it's like the gym conversation. Like people just go up to each other and head nod, and like you kind of know,
you know what they're doing.
You know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like that's, for me, that's what it started off as. And like I just sort of took a leap of faith and said, fuck it, let's see what happens if I start over in this lane. And then by the summer, like I went from like having a brand new page with like a couple thousand followers to the end of the summer in August and like 60K. And I was like, oh shit. Now I'm working with lids. I'm like working with like skate shops for clothes, and like I'm not at the pinnacle where I once was, but like I'm still working my 9 to 5, and I'm still, now it's like I'm the priority and not like the clientele. And like my clientele, they to this very day still hit, yo Dave, could you? No. Like, it's different now. Like
about work and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, bro. Like I know people I could pass them along to. Like, yo, so I gotta be respectful and be like, no, I can't do it for you, but I know somebody who can execute. But like me personally. So like,
so you say like you don't want to be in this space forever. What are you what are you alluding to? Or like what's we'll fall back into like, I want to get into like some of your favorite brands you worked with and some of your little mini accomplishments, but like in a parallel universe, what are you doing right now if like social media wasn't involved? But then also on a real note, like you know, what are some goals or like dreams in the next 10 years, 20 years?
I always tell myself, in a parallel universe, if we take it back to 2010, where all we had was YouTube, right? And like to be on YouTube and to be like a YouTuber was like a thing, and like it was like the hardest thing to do. Like if I still had the drive and like I played my life out the way it did, Instagram not happening, Snapchat not really becoming a thing, I would probably still do this just for fun, honestly. Just because I feel like there was a certain part of me that like enjoyed the documenting. So like I worked like alongside my college roommate at some point in time within that realm. Like we shot music videos. We shot, like, I helped him on set. Now he works for Warner Brothers, and he works like he helps like DP commercials and movies and whatnot. So I still feel like I would do this. Like I just wouldn't necessarily care about being paid is nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like I think I would still have a camera in my hand of some sort. Like,
why do you think it's so hard then for people not to do something for fun? Because I feel like more people should be able to do shit for fun. Like not everything should be like so serious. Because you know, bro, like we all need something to be happy about.
Yeah.
And I also like on previous episodes, I was like, people shouldn't shit on the 9 to 5 too much.
Yeah, bro.
Like, bro, like I have a degree too. I have 2 degrees too, bro. So it's also like, you know, also college isn't it for everyone, but like. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, bro.
What people
like,
don't understand is like, for me, I got into the content space. I did it the wrong way. I had a 9 to 5, a good paying job. I worked in tech. It was remote. Bro, I could literally do content this full time. I quit my full time job because my passion was getting in the way of my security. Who in their right mind would do that? I didn't have any money saved. I didn't have a plan. I'm just like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm gonna figure it out. And I did. I have great glory be to God, I figured it out.
Let's pause right there. Yeah, let's talk about this
Yeah.
moment right here. Like, so you're working a 9 to 5, and you have your 50K or 60K, whatever you're at Instagram. When did it become like, yo, I might need to look at my life right now because I could be chilling, I could be making a video. Like, talk to us about like the reality of like that kind of gut, like, hey, yo, I don't know if this is the right move, or like the world could change in a year.
That's when I feel like I had like a pivotal shift in like my internal life. Like for me, it was like I was cool doing both because I felt like I was working harder than the average person. Like your average person has a 9 to 5 and they clock out and they chilling. And like even if you're a business owner, you have 9 to 5, you clock out, you do the business stuff, like you do pack orders, do that. That's still hard work, and I salute everybody who did that. I just felt like, bro, I'm working just as hard at my content shit than I am this job. I am. Like there was to a point where like, bro, I work remote. I would link up my work laptop to the VPN on my phone, and I'm going to events with the laptop, bro, with the headset. Like, fuck, I didn't care. Like, I'm getting invited to Boohoo Man events, bro, out here in West Hollywood. Like, laptop in the car, like, mouse on the little fidget joint to like, so the mouse stays moving, so like my boss wouldn't know that like I'm not working.
Wow,
like, it got to a point where like it was literally getting in the way, and like.
And that's when you knew, though.
That's when I knew. I was like, yeah, like if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. And like I made the decision to do it. And like this feels like a movie, bro. Like I made the choice to do it, and like for the next 3 months, I had like the hardest everything that could possibly go wrong in my life, like emotionally, financially, just happened. Car problems, shorty tripping because I'm not making no bread. Like I'm getting all this PR but no bread. Like my pops and my mom is like, they don't really like, they question my decision making, and like to the point where I was almost questioning my decision making. And the very first brand deal I got that was like paid was it may have been like it was, matter of fact, it was Amazon. I did like a 3-month campaign for Amazon. They paid me like 10 G's, and I was like, wow. And matter of fact, I want to add on to that. What actually made me quit my job in the first place was one of my homies that we not locked in no more. When I was really taking the content stuff serious, he was like, y'all don't make bread from this, do you? And I'm looking at him like, are you not on the internet, bro? Like, people really make money? He was like, I don't think you can make bread from it. So like, I had that little
fire.
Like, yeah, like, okay, like we not, now we like at this point in time, this was 2022. This is kind of like right around the time where I met you. I'm thinking like, oh, these niggas my folks don't believe in me. Not really. My mom is complaining because I'm coming over and I'm filming in her. Stop filming in my house. Like, that's my mom. Yeah. Like, so like I had a lot of people like really not believe in what I feel like my talents and like the vision, which to a degree people aren't supposed to believe in the vision. I'd rather than believe in me than what I believe in. But just the lack of it in general, I was just like, okay, well, fuck everybody. I'm gonna just do it and see what happens. Like the only person who I felt like actually like believed in me may have been like my college roommate. He was just like, bro, just why not? He was like, you got the followers. Like, you just need to make the bread. Like, the bread will come. Just keep going. And I was like, you got a point. I mean, I'm right in the middle. I could either stop or I could keep going. Yeah. And like, after I got that first Amazon deal, I knew it was up. I was like, oh, it's up. I know I can make bread from this. Like, it was a no-brainer for me.
And that's pre-agency or any like rep, right?
This is pre-agency. This is like all like off my own muscle. So like, I quit my job with like no game plan, no assistance, no bread saved up. At this point in time, I haven't even had a brand. I haven't even had a paid collab yet. I quit my job. Lids sent me 3 hats and was like, "Can you make some videos for us?" And that's when I knew it could work. I got the hats and I was like, "Oh yeah, I could do this for sure."
I wanted to stop there real quick. How do you deal with your friends not supporting you?
Oh,
or people you know?
I hate it, bro. To this very day, I hate it. I've been doing this shit for almost like 8 years and I still hate it.
Like, what's up with that shit though?
You know what it is? It's like this unrealistic expectation that because we are locked in this way, that our worlds are supposed to be locked in together. And I completely understand that. But I'm an emotional man at the end of the day. So like, it bothers me. Like when I get a couple posts and I see the homies, I'm like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, but I think it's like it's psychological because like as humans we're programmed to look at the negative first before we even highlight what positive's going on. So like,
ooh, on our end, on your end, you're even saying,
yeah, on my end, I'm looking at like, damn, my 3 friends didn't like this video, but the video also got 20K views. I got 100 niggas in the comments rooting for me. It's like, not to say that my friends aren't important, but like, there's I feel like it's even harder to convince someone who doesn't know you that you're popping.
Yeah.
You know, like
No
your friends
key.
they got tenure, they got time in. So
Yeah.
like, I just think it's like a psychological thing. Like, it's like one of those things, and like I had to deal with it in my own way. But it's like, I don't post for my friends. Like, I don't like, they know me. They probably didn't see me talk about the concept before. Like, especially my friends now. Like, we blurt out concepts all day long. So I don't. When they see the video go live, I don't expect them to be like,
All
oh,
over
nigga,
it,
it's
maybe.
hard.
Yeah,
Like, because
commenting
they
and
knew
shit.
I was gonna do it before it happened. Like, but like beforehand, like when I was like a little younger, I definitely took offense to that. Like my present day, my dad does not follow me on Instagram. My sister does not. The only person who be in the comments room for me is my mama. Shout out my mom, bro. She be in the comments like, "That's my baby." I'd be like, "Yo, I'm 30, dog. Like, you gotta chill."
Is there any reason the sis and the dad don't follow you there, or just on some like?
I mean, they never have. I
Just on some whatever.
Yeah, just
shit.
whatever. Like my
it
pop
don't
would be
matter.
on IG. Like my sister, like she just don't. It's like she never had. Like even when we was in high school, she was just like, I'm the little brother. You know what I mean? So like older sister, little brother, she's wired to not like me.
Yeah.
Like respectfully. Like I love my
Yeah,
sister to
I
death, but
get
she was just
that.
like she see me in school, she'd be like, I'd be like, I get it, dog. Like I get it. So like,
Yeah.
I don't really take offense to it. But like the friendship shit, that was like a hard pill for me to swallow. Like I had to kind of
It
understand
is.
that like I would rather have my friends support me in real life, one. And if I'm getting the support in real life, then what's going on in the virtual world shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Like, is that how I operate? No, but I could understand the importance and the severity of it, because like I look at a lot of people now online, and I like to use that word performative. Like everybody is now in the comments performing and trying to get on people's radars, and relationships are transactional, and like it's hard to figure out who's really your friend and who's just somebody that feels like they could gain from you. So like I don't care too much about it now, but there was a point where I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you know,
And it's a moment too. I think there's a moment in anyone's path, or like that will come up.
oh of course,
If
yeah.
you try to pursue anything, there's gonna be a moment where like that's gonna hit your head. Like, wait, hold on,
yeah,
these people ain't supporting how I thought they would. But
yeah,
you also learn, like again, like it's also not their job to trust my vision or
Exactly.
like be on this journey with me. But like a lot, I feel like that's like the making point. Because bro, I'd be lying if I said it didn't like bother me or like make you stumble a few times or like start looking at people sideways.
yeah,
like,
because
man,
like
what the
it's
fuck?
like it's like an innate thing for us to do. Like
You're
even
reposting Drake.
even when I had the clip,
You know those little silly things.
I
like
want to touch on that,
reposting.
but that's true. Like to a degree, like even when I had the clothing brand stuff, like before any of like the social support was a thing,
Yeah.
like I had the support from all my friends. So like when I transitioned over to this stuff, and I'm like I'm not seeing it, I'm like y'all was fucking with me when I was doing this, but like y'all will be in the comments of a Lil Baby song, a snippet talk about like this shit go.
Yeah, drop this shit.
Yeah, like bro, Lil
Shot
Baby.
this shit, twin.
Yeah, like Lil Baby, bro. Like you don't even know him.
Yeah,
like y'all
no,
don't
for
know.
real.
Like y'all just know whatever
He's
version of
posting,
him he
yeah.
shows. Like you guys know me. So like that's when I really had to
Damn,
like take a
yeah.
step back. Like I feel like when I started to grow socially is when I realized that there's a lot of things I can't take personal. I'd never ever really crashed out over like hate comments ever. Like I just feel like
You
I'm
can't.
bored. Like okay, whatever.
You'll kill yourself. You'll end up drowning in them.
Bro,
Like,
because I know people who like
Yeah.
they live for like
They,
you know.
And it's hard though, cause I'd be lying again if I said, I'm not shit. I'm talking about like 1 to 3.
Yeah.
But you'd be lying if you say you don't get those, and it's like motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah, like I will be transparently honest. Like every time I get them, I see them. I'm like, who does Nick think he is?
how you battle it though is like almost what I'm interested. Or people, you know, like, cause I'm imagining it's like those 3 comments times 20 is what
Oh,
you might be
yeah.
feeling across
comments, DMs,
TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah, like I had to pretty much tell my mom to make her page private, because like when it gets to a point where now like they see the same account, like the same handle in the comments, and I'm replying back, thanks mom, love you mom. People will go
Now
to
would
that
know,
extent.
like,
you
oh,
know what I mean? So like for me, it's kind of like like I don't want to say it like. It's like it's a practice of self-confidence, but it's almost like self-worth. It's a practice of self-worth. I'm someone who I took the necessary time to work on my mental stability, because if not, you'll get lost in this shit so fast. You start to drown in the praise and the love. You start to think you're someone that you're not. You think your shit don't stink. You get into a bigger pool. You're like, oh, I'm really nobody. So like, for me, I really took it upon myself to really like lock in on who I was. Can't nobody tell me who I am. Can't nobody tell me I'm something I'm not, because I know that for sure. And I knew as I continued to grow that I would get more hate than I got more love. And I mean, I'm comfortable with who I am. mean, that kind of goes back to like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very comfortable with like the person I am. So like, I look at it and be like, oh, this nigga tripping. But like, it's a comment. Like, I leave them there because I want people to see them like, just as much as just all these y'all think all these niggas in the comments like gassing me. Keep going down. There's comments where people saying talking shit, saying I'm worthless. Da 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 da. Like, people, it's crazy. It's crazy what people say on the internet.
Yeah.
Men and women. Don't get it twisted. Women on the
It's
internet.
wicked in them comment sections,
Bro, what people don't really, and
It's wicked.
I'll say this briefly, what people don't understand, bro, as like deranged as the male species is online, women are the same.
Maybe
It's the
worse.
same. Maybe worse.
Yeah, we're all human.
That's what I'm like, and granted, I get it. If you want to get your big one off online, by all means. But I've seen some stuff on the internet. People say to me, like women, I just be like, bro, no. No, like, this is a public page. Like, no.
Other people can see this comment
Everyone
section.
my mom can see. Like, I always think about it like, bro, my
shit.
mom can see this. Because there was a
Facts.
point, like, on TikTok where I was being very performative.
Yeah.
Dancing a lot of West Coast
Doing-
music.
yeah, doing the whole
doing
thing.
my little shit. Like, and like it got to a point where like I was kind of, I guess, like sexualizing myself to a degree. And like, it worked. It definitely worked. But the shit I was receiving, I was like, yo, my mom can see this, dog.
Some shit that you wouldn't even think a girl's typing and shit. Yeah.
bro, my mom used to be like, can you tell them little girls to calm down? I'm like, Mom, I can't control that. Like, I can't.
You let it rock too.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
that's when I had to like pivot though. I pivoted from that to like my life and like my story, my
Okay.
process, because like I didn't even like that. I didn't want to be somebody who was just like, people know me because I'm the little nigga, the little black kid that dances. Like, hell no. And I didn't want to be a 30-year-old like still trying to keep up with the Joneses of dancing online, because I knew that shit was finna phase out fast. And like I still know people my age and older who are doing that. Doing like I hit it every
cool,
once
it's
in a while.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
funny,
it's
you know what I
fun.
mean? I
Yeah.
do it. And the homies, I want them when they see this, they do it too. Don't get it wrong. But like the consistency of it was just like, one of my favorite comments I feel like I get a lot is like, yo, I remember when you used to dance online, like your content is fire now, and like that makes me feel so happy, because that means
came away,
yeah,
dog.
like you came along with me on the journey. Like
Yeah.
even when the content, the dance stuff was cool and it was rocking, to like now I have like very boof content, and now it's gotten to a space where I feel like it's pretty decent now. Like I don't.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't say I'm the greatest, but I definitely not the same as I was when I first started, for sure.
Of course
You know what I mean?
not. I have a few hot questions, not hot questions, but like questions people are would be into. But
Okay.
you spoke about your first partnership pre-agency.
Mhm.
What are some things people may not know, or the average content creator doesn't know, because everyone wants to rep an agency, or like talk us through partnerships before it, how you join, how you get found, and then partnerships after, pros and cons, whatever
Pros
you
and
wanted
cons.
to take
Okay.
it.
I'll start off with pros and cons. I feel
Yeah.
like that's like an easy way to start the conversation. The cons, the number one on the list in all capital letters. When you are a content creator and you work on a brand deal, you do not get paid until 30 days later, at least. So you're talking about somebody who works in the corporate world where you get paid every 15, 14 days, having to wait the minimum 30 days to get paid after doing the work is diabolical. It's diabolical. There's no way
Cancel
around that. There's no way around that. So like that's probably the biggest con in my personal. That might be like the only con of like like the con, like the
Of the industry or whatever.
of the industry, yeah, like the actual entrepreneurial side of being a content creator. I think my is as equal. My biggest pro is it might be, might be the freedom, I guess, like the freedom
Of just like creating.
of just creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many jobs do you know where you could just do whatever you want, pretty much? Like, well, for me, present day now, it's like I get to live my regular life and just document it. It's not so much of like me having to do outrageous stuff, like deranged stuff. Like I just get to exist
Yeah.
and put it on camera and give it to people. Like
And how often are you like turning down a deal nowadays, or how often are you like I guess what I'm trying to say, like how picky do you get to be now, or is that even like
I can be picky now. Yeah, like I can be picky. Like last year was probably the pickiest I've ever had to be, just because of like the opportunities that came, and like I had to really look at myself like, hey, am I selling myself out for a dollar sign? Is this something that I feel like I can speak on? Like I did a campaign for this company that works with erectile dysfunction. I wasn't talking about it, but the company had a chat bot that they were implementing onto the website that they wanted me to talk about. And I was 29 at the time, and I'm like, I feel like I'm a sellout taking this bread because now I'm like, why would I talk about erectile dysfunction? Like, that's not even like my vibe. Then I thought about it, like, I'm about to be 30. I'm grown. Like, I'm closer to that vibe now than I am to the youth, where like that's not even a problem. So like that situation, I really had to sit on it, and I'm like, damn, is this bread worth it? Like, do I think it's like an opportunity that I can capitalize on further? And I did it. And I did it, but I struggled doing it. I've turned down a lot of other opportunities.
And does management help with that, or help you with that, like guidance or bringing stuff like, yo, Dave?
Yeah, like I did. Yeah, I feel like I give a lot of praise to my manager, because like she found someone who didn't even want to be managed. And she turned a non-believer into a believer, because I did not want a manager at all.
Fuck this shit.
Like, I was so against it. I was so against the idea of like, one, someone taking a percentage of my bread. Two, like, not to say that like the negotiation process is hard, because I know it's hard now. But like at a time where I was doing it myself, I was able to negotiate the 5Ks, the 6, 7Ks, and like for me at the time it was cool. Like, and I get 100% of that. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where I'm like, damn, I gotta reply to emails every day. Like I'm in 3 different negotiations at once. I don't even know which brand deal I'm talking about now. So like when I say like she came along and like really helped me with, 1, understanding my worth as a creator, like 2, putting me in a position where like she's overselling me. So now I have to see my value. That means I have to get better at what I do, because if I want to make more money, I've got to see myself as valuable enough, so like I've had to turn down a lot of opportunities recently, just because of like things that I just like don't align with. Like, companies don't like tattoos visible. Like, I had to, like, what do you want me to do? Like,
long sleeve,
bro,
or like dead ass, huh?
Bro, I'm not gonna say the brand's name. Well,
industry.
Actually, yeah, industry, very industry. They wanted me to shoot beach content for them in a long sleeve, and I was like, they pitched, the bag was there, the opportunity was there. They knew what they were getting themselves into. And I'm going through like the fine print when I was in my briefing meeting, and I'm just like, I seen it, I waited till the very end. I was like, yo, I saw that you guys said like, no visible tattoos. Like, is this just something that's in this for protocol, or is this like, do you mean that? And they were like, oh no, yeah, we would like you to cover up. I'm like, this, at the time I didn't have hand tats, so it was just like my arms.
Okay, I mean, still though.
And I was like, you want me to be at the beach with a long sleeve? And they were like, well, I mean, if you don't mind, like this, it's about the product. It's not really about you. And I was like, you guys came to me knowing what I look like. Like, at what point does that not ring an alarm? Like, yo, we may not want this guy because he's got tattoos that are visible. And I understand why now. It wasn't even about me. I'm thinking it's because I'm black. My very narrow-minded. Yeah, it's not even about that. It's about, there's clauses that go into, like, as a creative or as an artist, my tattoo artist has to sign a contract.
Oh shit.
To have their content in commercial.
Yeah, to have their art displayed. Much.
Yeah.
Where did that happen at before? I think that happened 2K or Madden.
It was Madden, bro. Yeah.
We used to be thinking we would get bootleg games because I'm like, bro, like this fool's all tatted. Like, where's his tattoos?
Bro,
and it's because of the art.
So like I just last year, one of my biggest deals I've had was I was the face of Stanley for Q4, and I had just got my hands tatted. I just got both hands tatted, right? And I had to bring a contract to my tattoo artist. Like, you got to sign this. She signed it wrong like 4 times, but she had to sign it because like they had to write it off because I was going to be in commercials, website, branding, and all that. So I have face tat. They covered up my face tat. Oh, wow. All that, bro. Yeah. So like I didn't realize how serious it was until it was serious. But
damn.
Like, yeah, that was probably like the ghetto thing about it. Yeah, but overall, like the process, in my personal opinion, I enjoyed being able to negotiate myself because it puts you in a position where like you're in the driver's seat of your own life. Pre-management. Yeah. Like I loved pre-management because it was fun. I felt like I was learning about the industry. I felt
your boss shit. Like,
my boss
emails.
Shit. Yeah. Like I felt like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with like Power, but I felt like Ghost from Power. I'm like, it's my shit. I'm running this whole shit myself. But like at the same time, like just as much as I loved the power and like the power I had, I love just being a creative, bro. I love, like, my manager's like, look, I haven't been signed into my management email for 2 years straight. I don't care. Like, my manager's like, just be a creative. Do what you do best. I'll handle it on the back end. Do what you do best. And like, that's giving me so much more freedom to just create and just be myself and just to like capitalize on an opportunity I have right now, which is like I have a skill set that allows me to change people's lives. Like, fuck that email. I'm focused on this. You know what I mean? Like, fuck them emails. I'm focused on this. And like, I fall back into, I dabble back. I'll hit her up like, yo, can I get my? But then she's like, reminds me like, yo, just be the creative. Do your work. Do your job. I'll do my job. You do your job. You know?
Yeah, you walked us through like, damn, from the moment you like quitting a job, I don't know if this is gonna work, management, to now it's like, yeah, they got the emails for me. What's something you would tell in that, Dave, in that moment, right where you're about to dip from the 9 to 5? If anything.
Honestly, bro.
Cause it sounds like you're just kind of gonna go.
Yeah,
like,
I was really trustworthy in myself, like outside of anything else. I think I was very doubtful early. I kind of just lived on some like, fuck it, why not? Because like I knew I could go back to 9 to 5. I knew this. Like that was one thing that I've always
still
I've always said like I've got the resume, I've got the degree, I've worked with a handful of companies, and like
that might only make like someone more qualified for a fucking job in the future. But
that's true. Like what people don't understand is like you got to understand like if you get
some
into
executive shit, CFO, marketing, I don't know,
bro. If you get into a space where you make it decently successful on the content side of things, like, and you have the resume, you've gone to school, you've worked in the corporate world for even a little bit, like you have a more qualified resume than like your average person who just works a corporate job.
Anybody, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I've always told myself like, bro, if I don't make it, I'll settle for what's left of me, which is just the corporate life. So like, but the one thing I would probably tell my like the early Dave would just be to trust the passion, because I had the passion. I was kind of moving out of fear early. It was like I don't want to fail. Like I don't want to know what it's like if I don't seize an opportunity, so I can't fail. So I'm gonna work out of fear for forever. Probably just start working out of fear maybe last year, honestly. But I'd probably tell him to like operate out of like the passion, the love for it. Don't operate out of fear, because when you operate out of fear, you start to feel like you need, and you settle for opportunity, and you settle for what you feel like is necessary for right now, not knowing that an opportunity could come a year later, or for me 3-4 years later. So like that's probably like the only thing I would tell him. But like besides that, I've always just been on some like, fuck it, I'll figure it. I got no choice. I gotta figure it out. But my pops is the same way though. Like I get that from him.
Just make it work.
Just make it work, bro. I watched both my parents run clothing brands and fail miserably. I watched my dad do at the time back in like early 2000s where they were doing like loan modifications. He started his own loan modification business and fail. Had a whole office on Bristol Street in Santa Ana. Lost the office. So I watched them try and fail and then like settle. So in my mind I'm like, dog, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And like I told them now, like I appreciate y'all for even giving me like a glimpse of what that looks like, because like you guys gave me the ability to bet on myself, like without caring about failure. You just like you guys wanted to do something and you did it. Didn't work, but you did it. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people want to be in content but don't. A lot of people want to start a podcast but don't, like for endless amount of reasons. But like I just didn't want to fall a victim to people who had the talent and like sold themselves short because they didn't want to do the work.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
and it's hard, bro, especially like you're independent, like literally and metaphorically, like, you know, like driven and shit. Like how do you stay, or what drives you? Because you say like, I don't want to be doing it forever. And you almost have like, not that you have the tone of like, fuck it, but it is kind of like, because I wouldn't expect it for maybe someone that you seem so like driven and da-da-da, but at the end of the day, you're like, bruh, man, fuck this shit, bruh. It's social media. Like, I don't want to be doing it forever. But like, what currently drives you, or what kind of currently keeps you on that track though?
So I'll pivot back to the reason I even got into the business side, the choose wisely, the vision. The vision itself was always to give people opportunity and to help, right? And it sounded very far-fetched. I'm thinking compound, Rob Dyrdek factory,
like headquarters type shit.
Like kids come after school. Like I got producers and DJs and YouTubers, streamers. All I'm thinking like big, but like the vision doesn't ever become real until you feel like it's not possible. So for me now, it's shifted. Like now I'm in a space where like I have made a decent income from this, where I can see myself getting a warehouse, and like I do have enough network and connection to where like I could get people who are very talented like myself and to teach people. And like these things now become a possibility. It was once a dream, and now it feels way more real. So like when I say like I don't see myself doing content full time, like I've always wanted a me in my life. I've always wanted someone who like will go hard as possible and set the example, set the tone to be able to help everyone. So like now that I feel like that vision is so much more tangible now than it ever has been. That's like my drive. Like when I say I feel like I stopped operating out of fear last year, I think I did. Like I went from operating out of fear to like my ambition is way bigger now. It's like it's not about me no more.
And that's a testimony too, because like if someone's listening, or even like me, bro, like when you operate in fear, like damn, bro, like how long were you operating in fear until you get to a place, but you never know. If like, you like stop or give up.
Honestly, I've never even said that to myself. I've never like even thought about
even
like,
said it out loud maybe.
Yeah, I've never thought about the idea of like I'm kind of chilling right now, like I just kind of thought about it right now. I've never really said that to a point where I actually believed it. I feel like I believe it. I don't really operate out of fear anymore because like I've been through all the stages, and like present day where like you could wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to be a content creator and start. And like it's cool, but like could you do that for 9 years? Could you do it for 5 years? Could you do it for a year? Could you have that same ambition for a year? Like I've done it for 7 and I failed miserably for 6, and then I finally found success in year 7. Like, so I no longer operate out of fear. I think for me, like my drive it comes for one, it's like my family. I want to make sure they're straight. Like, but 2, it's like I just want to be able to help people, dog. Like I was in a space where early on I was looking for help, and like nobody had answers. Nobody was like cared about a camera. Nobody cared. Like, and the people who did were like on the industry side of things. So like they were doing music videos, they were kicking it with rappers, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do that. Or like they were into fitness, and I'm like, I'm over that. So like I just want to give like youthful me, like high school me, who picked up the camera for the first time and was like, oh, had the sensation, give him an opportunity to say, okay, if I don't want to play football no more, like I could do something else that's very lucrative, that's very responsible, that fucking requires brain work, like not just like, because like even there's this like reputation about streaming not being like this thing that's like it's brain rotting. Like, bro, streaming has got to be one of the most like like what I mean, like time consuming and skill advised like opportunities out there. So like that's what like really is like the goal for me is like it's if I could close my eyes and think about it, it's like the Choose Wisely compound. It's like I got people who are in the clothing brand, people who are in the podcast, people who make music, people who like want to teach people how to sing and do arts, and I have people come in weekly, and it's all like just giving back to the youth, bro. Because like again, I remember my freshman year, my dad was like, yo, you better, one of these sports is going, you gonna have to figure it out.
Something gotta work.
You gotta figure it out. And like he forced me to play football, which it worked. But like, bro, if I had someone like me at that age to tell me like, yo, like football is not the only thing you could do. Like, what else are you passionate about?
Were you locked in on football, like high school, college?
I hated football.
Bro.
To this present day, I don't like football, bro. I just played it because it was a means to an end. I promise you.
It's funny, though, that story of, like, because you played college ball.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 4 years.
Every college athlete or even pros, bro, it's like, man, they started late or they didn't. My dad forced me to play. Talk to us a little bit about football. And your hate for it, but also where it got you, though.
Where it got me? I've been an athlete my whole life. Like I played all sports growing up: football, basketball, t-ball, all the way through high school. Basketball was the love of my life. I told y'all this already. I love basketball, but football was going to be the sport that allowed me to get out of high school and go somewhere and get a degree, get more life experience. Did I want it to be basketball? Most definitely. My junior year of high school, my pops was pretty much like, "You not playing basketball no more, bro. Like, give it up."
It's not realistic type thing.
Yeah, it's not realistic. I was the only, as a freshman. No, as a sophomore, I was like the only sophomore on varsity who started. I was a starter on varsity. You know what I mean? So like football was gonna be the sport for me. I was too narrow-minded to like think of it that way, but like respectfully, football was a sport. And then for it to get me to college, like I wasn't like I'm a go pro type of person. I knew for a fact that like it was going to be done after college. I just didn't love it that much. Like my dad's whole purpose of it was to get me to college, get me a degree, get me some education, some life experience.
Yep.
Like heavy on the life experience. He was like, you're not going to go to school in state. Go somewhere. Go live somewhere. Go figure it out. My dad's whole thing was like, just go figure it out. Like I've given you the tools. Go figure it out.
That's dope.
But like I hate dog. I like watching football. Don't get me wrong. I love watching football. But like the act of playing, bro. Like after my like sophomore year of college, I'm like, bro, I'm over this shit, dog.
Is that when you stopped, or did you play all the way?
I played all 4 years. Yeah, I played all 4 years. Like I
Yeah.
like was it my junior year? My junior year, I broke my left foot, fractured my right foot at the same time. Came back after a couple weeks and still finished the season off and played my senior year. But I like genuinely like did not enjoy it. Like I just played it just because I had to finish it because I started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of was like my dad's MO. Like if you get there, you might as well just finish. Because after my freshman year, I showed up to college as a freshman with like 4 running backs who were all like sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So I'm like, I'm never gonna play. I'm never gonna play. And the crazy part about it was by week 2 of the season, they all got hurt.
Oh shit.
And I was like, fuck, now I gotta play.
Now I gotta
now I got
play.
a choice. Like, and that's kind of like how it works.
You said running back?
Yeah, running back. Yeah.
What positions did you play in all sports in high school? Basketball point guard.
So basketball point guard. I ran track. I did the 100 and 4x1 and high jump. Football, I played running back and corner. In college, I played running back and then switched over to like that slot receiver running back, like kind of
Utility dude.
like utility guy.
Got it.
In high school, I played baseball. I'm if there's anything I'm proud about in high school, I was the first black kid to play baseball at my school.
Oh
on
shit.
Some Jackie Robinson shit.
In Santa Ana? Yeah.
I never played. I didn't finish the season. But I played.
You had a jersey though.
You
I had a jersey.
Yeah,
I
in
was
that
on
bitch?
the roster for sure. Like I like after like I don't know, like a couple seasons, I was like, or after a couple games, like this is like the beginning of the season. After a couple games, I'm like, okay, I'm not playing no more. I told the coach, I'm like, coach, I don't want to play no more. He was like, no, it's cool. I was just trying to figure out how like when you wanted to be done, because he was super cool about it. He was just like, you're an athlete, you could steal bases for us. Like,
Yeah.
I played outfield. I think I played right field or something like that. But
You didn't play before though? You just
Like
tried it
baseball?
out? Yeah.
like
Or like a little
I
bit?
played growing up.
Okay.
Like I could. At that point, like I had played all sports. I played soccer. Like I just was
You're just
I'm
doing
just
shit.
athletic. I was a little black kid who was fast, who could
Yeah.
just do stuff. I used to skateboard.
Shit.
Outside of basketball, skateboarding is and will forever be like a love for me.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
Like,
doing everything
I'm the
then.
same.
Yeah,
thing.
bro. I snowboard now. Everything, bro. Like I used to skate. I used to like rollerblade. Like yeah, like on some like y'all know like Rocket Power. Like
Yeah,
that's
bro.
how I grew up. I
Yes.
grew up like
Yup.
watching
Yeah.
Otto do everything. Like
Yeah.
that was like my motive. My dad actually, before I started high school, took my skateboards away. He was like, we not gonna have you getting hurt on your
getting hurt.
skateboard. And you got sports to play. And that's how the conversation about like me like figuring it out in high school came about, because at that point I was skating every day. Like I would skate all day long, and like I have like a really weird story to tell. It's very short, but it's like, and it's about Rob Dyrdek. In my neighborhood when I was living in Santa Ana, one of his boys lived in the same neighborhood. The first skateboard I got was a Rob Dyrdek board.
Huh.
And the irony of like me wanting like a factory, a fantasy factory type of like it's weird how it like kind of correlates, but like yeah, I was walking to the homie's house one day, basketball on. I think I had some J's on. I was hooping my J's as a kid outside. Don't flame me for it, but I was young.
Yeah, you have a choice.
And like I just remember seeing him outside. He was like, "Yo, you want to skateboard?" And I was like, "I don't know how to skate." He was like, "I can teach you. Come back every day. I'll teach you." Bro, by the end of the summer, I was nice. And then the homies picked it up, and then we would all skate. And like I went from skateboarding and J's and basketball shorts to like got my little DCs, my little etnies.
Yeah.
I got jeans on now. Like so,
Yeah.
like yeah, basketball and skateboarding might be like my first, like my love. Like I still watch skateboarding, like the X Games stuff.
Oh,
every
dope.
day.
Dope. What are some like inspos for you, sport wise, like some favorite players, but also like life inspos,
Life
like
inspos?
not like you know what
But
I
just
mean?
basi- like what?
Yeah,
like-
people like not role models, but like some people like if you were to break down your DNA, it's like a little bit of this guy, this movie, this album, you know.
Okay. I would start off by saying Derrick Rose might be like the foundation of me. Like very like homegrown.
Oh yeah.
Got it out the mud.
The
Very
heart.
soft spoken. Not really he never wanted to be someone's inspiration, but ended up being it anyway. Derrick Rose might be me at the core. Now like the seasoning, I guess, like someone I always really enjoyed was like a Monte Ellis. That was always like very
Original
very
splash,
original.
man.
Yeah, like like he's
OG.
like a staple. He's always been
Swaggy.
himself. Very
Yeah.
like very swaggy but calm. You know.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
calm.
Soft spoken too.
To transition from sports to like music, I would say Graduation Kanye for me was
Thank
like my creative, my energy.
Dope.
Like very vibrant colors, very like himself.
Yeah.
To go along with that, Nipsey's like precision on truth. It's like was 10 toes in the truth. Stand in who you are. Like not a day goes by where you should be operating out of anyone but of who you are and what you want to become. And then I will take a pivot to like actors and actresses. Actually. Somebody that I feel like I really enjoyed as an actor was Eddie Murphy. Like he was somebody to me who was kind of good at everything. Play any role. He was like very like flexible with what he could do, like outside of like playing women in certain roles, but like just like he was a comedian, like
stand-up movie
guy, someone like I was gonna derail, never mind. But yeah, like someone like Eddie Murphy who was like very consistent in what he did and like his craft. Present day for me, like not the physical appeal side of things, but like his demeanor. Samson, I don't know how to say his last name. Who played in
Aquaman? Or
no,
my bad.
He played in what's this TV show? Snowfall.
Okay.
Okay.
Him and probably Michael B. Jordan. They have very stern demeanors, very stand up guys.
Michael B. Jordan went on a run last year.
Yeah, he just won the
Actor of the Year.
Actor of the Year, bro. That's like to see, and like I think for me, I keep watching his speech that he gave over and over again, and like looking at like the emotion he had, and like you could kind of see the emotion try to like leave his body, but he's very like, I gotta keep it together. Like this is like I'm forever grateful because I remember where I started at. I remember wanting to be just in the door. Fuck being up on the stage. I remember I just wanted to be in the room and I'd be okay. And like seeing all the people that were in front of me in this room now looking at me on stage, it's just, that's a phenomenal feeling. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I feel like for the longest time, like I never knew I wanted to be the person who could help because I just was always looking for help or looking for somebody to be that person for me. And now that like I'm in the room and now people are looking at me for help, I'm like,
yeah,
oh, cool, you know?
You seem like a strong dude. Like, I know you're a strong dude. And I know you're strong on your faith too. What else kind of like plants you or like grounds you daily, like throughout this whole thing? Or like,
I'm big on like,
who else inspires you, or who, you know, like Kobe's someone in LA that people kind of, you know, look to for. Nipsey, you said, you know, I see you post a lot about Nipsey as well, but like anybody else that you kind of,
honestly, outside of like my life experience, I feel like for like your average person, I got a lot of life experience. I've lived in a lot of different places. I've been in a lot of different like chapters of my life with the different amount of people, different variances of people. And it taught me a lot, you know? I feel like it taught me a lot about like how to navigate my own personal life. And like I feel like I was never this strong. I was never this like grounded in who I am and like comfortable in my own skin and with my own experiences. I feel like it took a lot of me being someone who knew I wasn't perfect and I knew I had to do the work, not just like the surface level work, but like I'm very, very big on like the mental work, because that separates somebody who can really be deemed a success and somebody who just capitalizes on opportunity. Like I want to say in 2020, I read 50 Cent's book. He wrote a book about like it's like a kind of motivational book. But in the book he talks about how he took the time to really start journaling. He put rapping to the side and started journaling instead to put his real emotions on paper, and it changed the way he he thought, which changed his pursuit in business. And like instead of being someone who was deemed a chaos or like a menace to society, he took that same demeanor and kind of rewired it, and now he's shaking hands with multi-millionaires and billionaires who can't tell him no. And like that's kind of what like I looked at him like, oh, so it's not just about being a force to reckon with. It's about being like the most sound and most solid person in any room you go in where nobody can tell you no. Like I don't get too many no's now. Like respectfully, I don't. Like I feel like I'm very like persistent in trying to make sure that my best foot is always forward. Whichever foot it is, it's always going to be put forward.
And how do you know something's for you though?
That's a good question.
Because, you know, like it comes to like, it sounds like, everything for me could land, but then it may be hard to deal with a no but in reality, oh, that's just what wasn't meant for you,
Right.
or wasn't the right time.
That's that took a while for me to learn, and like, and that's just like in a multitude of like of life, and like in a multitude of perspectives. It took a lot for me to understand that every yes isn't a good yes, and every no, it just wasn't for me. It's not a no. Like Nipsey said, it's not an L. It's not an L. It just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? So like I kind of had to understand that, like, which kind of relates back to like my dad and like how he displayed himself. It's like, you have enough integrity in yourself to understand what you would allow. You know when like boundaries are getting crossed, or like lines are getting crossed, or when someone's asking something of you that's not of your character. And I hold my character like near and dear to me. Like, I always tell people, like, can't nobody tell me who I am. Can't nobody tell me that I'm some way if I haven't already said it or like displayed it. Damn, I did too close. So like, it took me some time. I feel like I just figured it out. I'm 30. I'm young, but like I'm still like, I'm in the space where like I feel like I just got to the beginning of the newest chapter. Dope. So like, I understand my morals and my characters. I understand like the yeses and the nos and the value behind it and the value I have in myself. And now it's like, what new opportunities come with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's like, before what's next, talk to us about your mentorship program.
Ooh.
Talk to us about what you're doing with, some like-minded creatives and where you want to take that next.
That was like one of my biggest fears. I've always wanted to help. Like I've been explaining. I've always wanted to help people, but like, I just never believed that I was the person
to help.
I never believed it. Could nobody convince me that this mentorship thing was a thing until I did it. Like, something that I haven't really said, or maybe I never told anybody. The mentorship shit didn't just start last year. I wrote a book. The first year I convinced myself that I actually wanted to do content creation. I remember I was talking to this girl and I was like, I want to write a book, bro. I want to write just like an intro to content creation. And it's not going to be like a tell all how to do it, but it's going to be like my perspective on like starting and what I believe someone should know, And like, bro, I wrote a book in a week. I wrote a 60-page book in a week and published it on Amazon. So like, the mentorship started in 2021, 2022. But like, this version of it now, it's like, I feel like I had to kind of look back on the things that I feel like I succeeded on and like really give myself credit first to say, okay, you've made enough noise, like, you can teach somebody. And like, I told myself, like, even if it was just one person, I was contemplating on the price of it at first. I'm like, I shouldn't be charging this much because I'm just giving knowledge. It's just me, and I'm giving knowledge that people can find. Like, I always say, the first session I had, the first thing I said was like, bro, y'all can find this shit on the internet, bro. Like, if you guys want it in my language, that's why you're here. But everything I'm about to teach y'all is like something you can find online for free. Like, I'm just eternally grateful that you guys decided to pay, for this. But like, if y'all don't want to be here no more, it's there. You know what I mean? So like, my mentorship now is more like, I'm teaching creatives. It's weird now because like, I'm doing the creative teaching, but now it's like I'm giving insight on the business side of things. I'm giving insight on like how I got to this space in my life where like I am managed and I do have, a team.
What you're doing now.
Yeah, it's not just me, and like giving people like that sense of motivation that I didn't have, when I first started, which is like, hey, like, you're talented right now. There's opportunity out there. You just put the work in, just do the work. Like, you can kind of sharpen that knife as you continue to do the work. And it's not just about trying to get a video to go viral, to get a brand deal, to get paid. Cause like, the money is cool, but it's not everything. Like, I tell my students this every week, bro. Like, I would still do this shit if I didn't get paid. I would, cause I enjoy it. I genuinely love it. I just went on like a 10-day spree just because like it clicked again. It finally felt so good.
You're feeling good.
I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just run it just until I get tired. And like, I did it. So like, it's reminding people that like, regardless of whatever success I've made, I'm still human. And like, I still truly enjoy this. And like, the goal is for you to find whatever avenue you want to get in and just fall in love with it. And then when you fall out of love with it again, give it some time and fall back in love with it again. That's just the nature of it,
Yep. What were like some of your favorite brands? Your top 3 brands, partnerships, collabs that off the top that like most memorable, most fun.
Most fun.
Yeah.
I think the most memorable might have been, I did a black, like my second. Well, when I was like at when I was first starting. Like
First on the come up.
My second brand. Now I'm saying, no facts. My second brand deal I got was like a Black Friday deal, working with Boohoo Man, and I can say this now because like they don't work. They like relocated somewhere else. But like it was a Black Friday campaign for Boohoo Man. I only had to post like 2 videos, but they gave me like 10 bands. I was like, oh, I'm fucking up. I'm up. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'm rich right now. Like, but the kicker is the reason why it's so memorable is because I had to chase these people down for my bread. Dog. That was the first time I ever had to really like. I was tight. I was like, yo, this is an opportunity. Like, this is, you talk about $10,000 right now. Like you bouncing me off to this person and that person to try to get like an invoice paid out. I sent you the invoice when the content was done. Invoice was created before the content was done. Like. So, like, that's probably my most memorable because it was fun. It was just, like, one of those moments where I'm, like, I'm really talking my shit. I'm like, you must not know who the fuck I am. Sure. Like I'm going to sue you. I don't know how to sue people, but I'm going to sue the fuck out you. Like, so, like, that's probably, like, my most memorable.
Shout out to Boohoo Man.
Shout out to Boohoo Man. Yeah, they gave me my first opportunity. I fuck with them. My favorite brands, like, brands that I've worked with, I probably want to say, like, if I'll, like, break it down. Like, as far as, like, the cosmetics, like, the hygiene stuff goes, I'll probably say CeraVe might be like my favorite, just because like it's more deeper than like the brand itself, but they care about like the minority creators a lot. They take care of minority creators. They almost like direct a lot of their opportunity at minority creators, where not a lot of brands will willing to do that. You know, because it's a risk. You're risking a lot on like working with a black kid with tattoos, basically. My favorite fashion brand I worked with, I might have to say Nike for sure. Yeah, Nike. Yeah,
of course.
Right?
Nike.
Yeah.
Sure. Like Nike, they didn't send some stuff to me that I've like, wow, like I'm tight. Nike, if you come across this, I ain't getting none of that All-Star stuff. I don't know who I got to talk to or who I got to have somebody else talk to, but we got to talk about that. I want that tracksuit, that blue one with
that shit was cold.
That
yeah,
shit was tough.
No, yeah, that one was hard.
The fashion, I'll probably say Nike. Tech. I guess Apple. That was fun.
I guess, yeah, it's cool. but yeah.
You know, it was fun. Like,
yeah.
I got a chance to see all like the iOS 17 stuff, all the new products way early, and like I'm not even in the tech space.
Or do you like doing those videos better, like those? Because I remember that, like the experience ones, opposed to like
because like I feel like it's
the
so
CRV
real.
in the house.
It's so real. Like it's such a, like I get a chance to like I get to live it, and then I also get to like rewatch myself living it again. Because like the CRV one, for example, they flew us out to New York first class. For what reason? I don't know. For 2 days, they paid for the hotel, accommodated all our transportation, just to go experience their 50th anniversary event. They just said, "Look, document whatever you want, and send it to us. We don't care." And then flew us first class back home. And I was just like, "Okay." So like I did my big one. I had to for that because like that's just like it's an unheard of opportunity. Like first of all, the first class flight, like no shade, Servi, but it was just like a waste. Like why are you putting me in first class on a 5-hour flight to New York for 2 days? Like I'm staying at the Moxie in Times Square for what? Yeah. What am I like for what, bro? Like, but I fuck with them. I appreciate it. That's probably like one of my like favorite memories. Tech might be Apple. I think my favorite campaign I've ever done may have been Hoka though. Because Hoka was the only brand to date to give me complete creative freedom.
Just do it.
They sent me shoes, like workout gear. Just said, "Hey, look, this is the due date. Go." And I was like, "Oh." Sorry. I went to UCLA track, used like their all blue track, and like cooked some crazy shit up. But like that's probably the only brand that ever really said like, "Hey, just go, just have fun. Like we select you for a reason, so go do it." Hoka might be my favorite campaign I've ever done.
The shoes are fire or what? Yeah. No.
Runners or like what?
They're running shoes.
Because a lot of people like they say they're good for like work shoes if you're on your feet type.
Nah, they're running shoes, and the reason why I don't really wear Hokas like that when I run anymore now is because the tops are very thin. They're still stuck on the fly knit material.
That's sock shit.
The sock shit, yeah. Like it was cool for the video, but I actually tried to run in them after, and I was like, yo, this shit is actually terrible.
How does that go? This is funny. Like
like bad
brand.
Not bad, but like do you have to feel? What is that gray area of a brand's fucking with you, you showing love because like yo I appreciate it, but then in reality it's may not like be a good fit. Because, I see people rocking the hokas,
Yeah.
but, like, for
Yeah.
you, it's like, it might not be a me thing. Like,
yeah.
do you feel sometimes, like, tied to a product or a brand? Or you're just, like, at a point now where it's like,
Like, I hate to say it's about money, but it depends on the bag.
yeah, or it
you know?
depends on the
Of course.
situation, I
And it
guess.
depends on the
Definitely.
situation.
Like a free seating, you're probably more free to have
Yeah.
an opinion about it.
Yeah, like if it's just a gifted opportunity where they just give me stuff, like if it's dope, I really mess with it. If it's not, then like I find a different space for it, respectfully. But like
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to the deals, like a brand deal itself, like I'm someone who always wanted to. I've always only ever wanted to like promote things that I would genuinely fuck with. Like I don't think I've ever had a brand deal where like I had to do something that I genuinely didn't really want to. I had to make some questionable decisions on some stuff, but it was like still like I would do it. Like I genuinely would do it anyways. So like I've only ever had like maybe like one opportunity that didn't fall through, and I'm happy it didn't fall through. You know what? I'm lying. I did do a campaign that I actually didn't want to do for Tinder. I'm lying.
Huh.
That was crazy. Yeah, that's something I did not want to do.
But money
Was
kind
it,
of.
was the bag worth it at least, or is it just? Yeah, the bag was worth it.
Bag was
So,
there.
you
The bag
know.
was
I
there. And
mean-
the bag was there and like I don't know. Oh, we're in March. Yeah, I could probably say this. Like they were asking for diabolical stuff. Like they wanted me to like
Some
if
thirst trap shit.
Yeah, like if you want to go be shirtless in the video, ooh, and I was like, respectfully, bro, I'm 30. I'm not doing that, dog. So like I spun it. I gave them a whole different concept. I'm like, I'm a dog dad. Like let me talk about being a dog dad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
finding a dog mom. And they ate that shit up. But like they were asking me like, yo, if you want to be shirtless, if you want to like spray it, I was like, yo, like no, dog, I'm not doing that.
That's
but
funny.
it ended up working out like in my favor. But besides that one, I don't think I've ever done something that like I genuinely like did not want to do because I don't want to do that. Like
That's good,
I know a
then.
lot of creators who just will take any brand deal.
Yeah, they
because it's money. Like it's cool, but like for example, I know a lot. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong. Are people still boycotting Starbucks?
Probably.
I see it.
don't
I
know.
see it.
I'm not aware of it.
But I still see the lines long, so I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. Like I know a lot of creators who still work with
I ain't
Starbucks.
doing
And
it.
Starbucks giving out bags, but like
I see what you're
don't-
saying.
you know, I don't know.
Target, I guess.
Target.
Too. Yeah,
I'm-
people saying the same
I'm
thing.
Target
Like,
today, bro. No, it's okay. Yeah, I'm over that. I went to Target. I dead went to Target
No,
today.
I was at Target yesterday or 2 days. Yesterday I was at Target.
there's just some things, but bro, you spent over an hour talking about like big brands and your journey kind of throughout the whole space. You're not at the peak of your career though either. So what like does peak I am David Perkins Jr. look like on social and on like in real life?
In real life.
In 2 decades or
2 decades.
or a decade. I don't know. I don't know what's peak for you,
That's
bro.
true.
But I'm like, bro.
I keep pushing the age limit back though. I came into this year like I'll give it to 35 and then I'm chilling and I was like, well, yeah, 38, 39 ain't that bad. Like
Yeah.
I've created this audience that has grown with me for so long that they may just continue to grow with me. So like I can't put an expiration date on something like that anymore. I've been telling myself that, but like we'll see. But peak me. Peak me.
Or how do you feel?
It's
That's a better question too.
Peak me is. Ooh, how do I? Damn. Okay. I'll say this. Peak me is more of a helper than a creator, for sure. I'm more giving opportunity than I am receiving. But peak me is also like receiving like 2-3 brand deals a year, but big ones.
Ones you love.
Ones I love. Ones that like are like, annual opportunities and not just like, smash and grab type joints. That's peak me.
Like relationships.
Yeah, real relationship. Because like that's kind of like the direction I'm already going in now, where it's like these brands want lifelong partnerships now, not just like a 2 content, 2 pieces, and we move on. So like at my peak, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm like focusing a lot of my attention and energy on building the next I am David Perkins or building the next group of I am David Perkinses. Like that's like where my mind is at now. It's like it's bigger than me now. But like I've never spent this long talking about myself, so I'm trying to figure out like how I feel about peak me, and like the feeling. I don't think I'll be happy with what I've done until I'm done. I don't think so. Like,
you think that might be an issue, or do you have to like control that?
Yeah, I'm trying to control it now. Like, I'm trying to be comfortable with like being a regular human. And like, I'm not saying I'm fucking no celebrity or anything like that, but like I'm trying to be comfortable with like being a regular person and just allowing this to be just like a part of me, not me. Like, cause like I'm still David Perkins. I'm still Dave. I'm still Lil Dave. My mom calls me Day Day. Like, I'm still me. And I feel like the longer you stay in this, you kind of start to lose your identity, your true identity. You start to become this version of whoever you like choose to show. You know what I mean? Like, when I first met you, it was Twoogees. And like now you've embodied this whole new like boss mentality, and now it's you. It's not even the handle no more. It's not even the business. It's not even the podcast. It's like you. This is what the part of me. And like that's kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like I'll never be able to be comfortable and happy and proud of myself at the accomplishments and like all the people and brands I worked with until I'm done. And then I'm like, okay, I started this as me and I'm ending it as me. Until then,
Still putting up with them.
so yeah, I'm still putting up shots, bro.
What's something like real quick people may not know about you, or may not people only know about you if they're a close friend or a fam, or a misconception?
Misconception? Ooh. I'm normal, bro. Like, I'm such a, like, I don't give a fuck about none of this stuff, dog. Like, I don't, like, I'll say I never understood how important the appearance was, like my appearance was, until now. So like, of course the stuff has to be important, kind of to a degree, but I don't care, dog. Like, if I could, like, I love the version of me that was still rocking Vans with no socks and like sweat shorts and like long sleeve shirts and like wearing them Bryson Tiller ball caps. Like, that's the version of me that I like genuinely enjoy. Like, all this extra stuff is cool, but like I don't really care for it too much. I never cared for it. Like, my dad trained me to be somebody that was like, I never idolized celebrities. I never cared about having stuff because they don't make you. Like, it's just what you put on. You take all that stuff off. Who are you? And like, like, yeah, it could be dope because like I'm making videos about recent pickups and I got a watch and I got a car and doing all this traveling, whatever. But like, at the end of the day, like, there's a version of me that created. So like, I'm giving you guys what you want. So just accept what that is. But deep down inside, I could give two shits about it, bro. I like, if it were up to me, like, I would be a regular Joe on IG. Nah, I probably, honestly, and I say this too, if I wasn't a content creator and this wasn't my job, I wouldn't probably be on the internet. Because even in high school, like, I was in high school when Instagram came about. I didn't have one. Just like, I'm cool off it. Like, for what? Like, all the seniors and everybody like older than me had social media platforms, and I'm just like, for fucking what? Like, I was on Facebook. I was on Twitter. Twitter was active, though. Twitter was cracking. Like, I was on Twitter because people could talk shit on Twitter back in 2009 and 2010. But then, like, after that, I got off. I haven't been back on Twitter since 2011. So, like, I guess what people don't, something that people might not know is if I wasn't doing this, I probably would not be on the internet at all.
Wow.
Nobody would probably even know who I am.
Damn. Well, shoot, this is Kickin Game, bro. You dropped a lot of gems, but I also want to give you, like, one last Kickin Game moment.
Okay.
To your younger self, because you kind of had that on your shoulders, but also to anybody listening, like, any industry and whatever journey they're going through, what's, like, you know, a piece of advice, last message you want to leave with them?
It's two things. The first might be try to stay as true to yourself as you can. Because, like, the industries in itself, any industry, will try to make you become something, will try to force you to abide by, to get more of, or to get ahead. But stay as true to yourself as you can, because that's where you find, like, the comfort and the satisfaction in whatever you're doing. That's probably the first thing. And the second might actually be, you know, learn to fall in love with the things that you actually love. Like, learn to fall in love with the things that you actually love doing. Like, don't just do it because you've always done it. People eat the same food because they've always eaten it. Like, okay, what else do you like? Like, I loved fitness until I realized I didn't love it. I loved, like, hooping until I realized it's just a part of me. Like, every time I lost my camera, like, I got it back in my possession, and then I felt I loved it to the point where, like, I loved it so much that I never want to let it go. To the point where I loved it so much where I wanted 2 of them, and I wanted 3 of them, and I wanted more of them. And I loved it so much to where I carry it with me every day. And it's like, it's never out of my reach. And now I know I love, it's not even about the camera anymore. It's just about, I love the idea of becoming more of myself. Like, and I'm discovering more of myself. So it's not even about the camera now. So now it's about my journey. Like, I love the fact that at one point in time I wasn't this. I love the fact that at one point in time I won't be this. I'll be something more. Like, I love the journey so much, bro. If you fall in love with what you truly love, it's going to take you places that you've never been before. It's going to teach you so much about who you are. It's going to break you the fuck down and build you right back up into something more powerful. And that's from, like, experience. Like, I watched these cameras, I watched them break me down to literally nothing and build me back up to somebody that I don't even recognize anymore, you know? That was deep. I didn't mean to get that deep. My fault.
Nah,
like,
bro. That's
you know?
exactly why you know this podcast is a thing, and it's called Kickin Game, bro. Because I feel like everybody that's come in here has a story and has something to give and leave, bro. So again, thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course. Can I say one last thing though?
Of course.
Can I give you your flowers real quick?
Bro.
Because
Thank you.
I met you in a space where I thought you were so confident in who you were and the things that you cared about and the things that you showed. And to see where you're at today and to see that confidence like almost multiply and elevate to a space where like I said earlier, can't nobody tell you who you are. Can't nobody tell you that you aren't somebody that is somebody. Is like profound. I always have to give the flowers to people that I recognize because like that's different. That's a character flaw that I feel like the masses have. They have this identity that they don't know. And like you've embodied who you are despite whatever social media may deem cool or dope or followers and views. Fuck all that. Like I watched you stay true to it for the long time. And like
that's love, bro.
Like, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you like wholeheartedly, bro. And you got your brother in here, bro.
Yeah,
Next
man.
time you got to bring Lil Bro in here too. So we
Yeah,
that's tough.
brother.
That'd be tough.
Nah, bro. Appreciate those words. Appreciate you coming, bro.
No,
Appreciate
likewise,
you
bro.
know. I know you're busy. Appreciate you chopping it up. If you haven't followed him or if you haven't seen him, check him out. Anything you want to like plug or any little anything upcoming that you know we should be on the lookout for? Or we laying low this year? What's up?
I got some shit shaking. Like not now. Tap back in like around Q3, Q4. I got some shit
Dope.
shaking. Like I got some big things coming I got some big things coming. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
yeah.
Leave it at that.
Leave
Leave
it
it
at that.
at
I got some
that.
big
Leave
things
it at
coming, bro.
Well, shoot. This is Kickin Game. Thank you, David.
Appreciate y'all for having
Dave.
me. Man.
The Perks. If y'all tapped in, appreciate you though for real. Thank you, man.
Till next time.
Yup.
Peace.